Welcome back, everyone. I'm really excited to see these next few presentations. They're all about Baba's contribution to education. First, we're going to enjoy a presentation by Dada Swarupanand about Baba's life from childhood, Anand Marg, and Anand Nagar. Acharya Swarupanand Avadhuta Dadaji is one very senior sannyasi of Anand Marg. He had the chance to be with Baba physically for many years. He was initiated in 1958 and became WT Dada in 1961 after completion of a master's in philosophy. Dada worked at Jamalpur until the end of 1963 and then was posted at Anand Nagar, where Dadaji established a high school in 1965 and a degree college in 1966 and worked as its principal for over 37 years. Then, Dada was made a PA to the Barodha Pramukh in 2001 until 2008 October. Dada became the ERA secretary in 2008. In the meantime, Dada established a teachers training college in 2014, and all these colleges are at Anand Nagar. This is at present one of the best teachers training college in West Bengal, and Dada is taking care of the college. In 1963, Dada came to Anand Nagar as a young man of 23 years. Now, Dadaji is 83, still going on with the same spirit and energy by his grace. Namaskar. Thank you, Dada.
May 21, 1921, October 20, 1990. Shri P R Sarkar was a spiritual master, philosopher, social reformer, humanitarian, founder of Anand Marga Pracharak Sangh. Shri P R Sarkar ji is also known as Shrii Shrii Ananda Murti ji and Baba to his devotees. Shri P R Sarkar birth and childhood. Shri P R Sarkar was born on the morning of the full moon in May 1921 in Jamalpur, India, the same day on which the Buddha birthday is celebrated. He began practicing meditation on his own at the age of 4 and even as a young child gained a reputation for his uncommon knowledge and wisdom. Now, Dada, can you explain about this photo? Yeah.
Yes. Here, extreme right is our Baba. Extreme left is Kanaida or Sudhanshu Ranjan Sarkar. And in the middle is Nitaida Himanshu Ranjan Sarkar. Baba was telling about this photograph that one of his father's friend, he took the photograph. It was very rare collection in his family. So Baba used to love this photograph very much. And especially it is in his album.
Okay.
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
And
Now,
thereafter, in the year 1939, Baba came to Calcutta because he was studying in primary school, government primary school, railway primary school in Jamalpur. After he completed, he went to high school near in Rampur colony where he was residing. So his parents were still there. Then he came to Calcutta to study at Ishwar Chandra Vidyasagar College in College Street. There he studied for 3 years. But unfortunately, when he lost his father, so he had to join a job. So he joined a job in railways, and for 1.5 years he was in territorial army because those days who were newly recruits in the railways, they had to join territorial army. It was a compulsion. It was not an option, but it was compulsion on the part of the government. So Baba joined as a territorial army for 1.5 years. And he took me in the year 1960 to Calcutta, and he took me to the college where he studied, also the classroom where he studied. And fortunately, he met one very old person. When Baba was a student, then he knew him. When the gentleman saw Baba, he was so happy. He said that, oh, this who is he? Baba introduced me as I was his college student then. So Baba took me to the classroom where he was studying. There he studied intermediate science, and his roll number was 56. Baba told me that those days my roll number was 56. And thereafter he studied honors in English in BA, which he could not complete because family pressure was there and he had to join a job, and he came to Jamalpur. And in the year 1939, uh, we cannot say that it was his first initiation, but Baba said that before that also he had initiated many people, but that was not in record. So in Kasi Mitra Ghat in 1939, he initiated Kalkanandi in Kapalik Sadhana, and he made him at the same time he made him an Abdhuta. When he was very sad that he, wow, all his days he had wasted his whole life. Then he said, Baba asked him that what will you do? He said, then he would not call him a Baba. And he said, okay, whatever you like can call me. Then he said that okay, because people know here in this area as a robber, so you should leave this place. And he came to Ranchi. Ranchi he came and he started one sawmill under Baba's instruction, very near railway station. That sawmill also, once Baba took me to that sawmill, and long back in the year, I think 1961, 60, and said, this is the place where Kalkanan was having his sawmill. And thereafter, when the mother died, mother of Kalikananji died, then he said that, okay, I should not waste my time. And he went to forest. There he did spiritual practices. There he did for a very long time. Once I asked Baba that, Baba, it is very good for Kalkananji and all other 38 Abdhutas that they meditate and they don't have to do so much of work like us. Then Baba said that don't tell all these words, and because I have given some special responsibility to Kalkanan. And then he asked me that whether I knew that the herbal part of the yogic Sadravya Gun, who had given that? I said, Baba, that I don't know. Then Baba said it was Kalikananji who would bring all these herbs to me and get its approval from me, and then it came in the book form. So the asan part was given by Baba and the medicinal part was given by Kalkanand. So he said that, you see, Kalkanandji has so much of great contribution for us, and you say that Kalkanandji does not do any work. And then after that, uh, in finance department, Baba was working in the account department. And in the year 1954, before that also, I think Baba started stating Ananda Marga from the year 1947. And only on 7th of November 1954, he introduced those who were under his guidance doing sadhana, like Kestopal, like Shikumar Bose, like Pranay Chatterjee, like Haru Prasad Haldar, all these people, 7 or 8 people, they were all working in the railways. They were introduced together, and then they could know that they were the followers of Ananda Murti ji. One gentleman told me a very good story, because when he was initiated in the year 1947, then he had some problem. Baba asked him that the problems can be eradicated if he practices some asanas. So he practiced some asanas. He was very well benefited. Then he said that only asana will not do. You should also do some kind of meditation. So when he taught him meditation, the process of meditation, Baba said, now you have been initiated, you have to give some dakshina. The gentleman said his name was Pranay Kumar Chatterjee. That I have not brought anything. Baba took out a coin, a 1 rupee coin from his pocket and few haritiki, Mary Malone. And he said, "This is fruits and this is drabya. Give it back to me." And he accepted the haritiki. He took in his pocket and 1 rupee coin. He again gave it back and said, "You should take sweets out of that." So this way, uh, and then he said that now you are an educated person, how will you address me? Then he said, "I would call you Prabhada." Said, "No, no, no. This will not be very suitable thing." Then he said, "Then how can I call you?" Then "I will not call you like anything, like Dada, like something." Said, "No, no, no, no." Then he became little annoyed, said, "Then will I call you my father, my Baba?" Baba said, "Yes, yes. You will call me my you will call me as father, as Baba." So from that day, Baba was called Baba by that gentleman. And he started in the 1959 the philosophy of Prout. 59, we were students, university students as Muzaffarpur. There suddenly he appeared and he started speaking about the word proud. We consulted all the dictionary, all the encyclopedia, but we could not get the word proud. Then he said that proud does not mean anything, but it is an abbreviated form of progressive utilization theory. And there he introduced, and after that there was a DMC at Motihari, where Baba gave a class on proud and introduced in details about the proud. And in the year 1963, he established a Rose department. The first school was in Lehriya Sarai, which was started in the year 1963. And now still it is one of the best schools in whole of the state. And many good students, many IS officers, many highly placed persons are the product of that primary school. So we can say that slowly and gradually Baba introduced noble things, and we could not even understand that what Baba was going to do. But every time he would get something new to the society, to the Margis. And in the year 1971, uh, on false charges, he was arrested, and he was put in jail custody for a very long time. but but she did not know that the government did not know. I know one sannyasini, Anand Mahima. When I saw Anand Mahima and asked her about Baba, she said that Swarupananji, I think you also do not know what is your Baba. Then I said that then why don't you come to our Baba? She said it is not in my fortune. Then she said that not that Baba is in jail, but that purposely he is in jail for some purpose. He said that Baba is creating a very big history which will be remembered for thousands years to come. So it was from one great sadhika, and Baba also admired her as Anand Mahima. So in protest of his poisoning, Baba went on fasting for a very long time, and then finally he was acquitted in the year 1978, and he came out of prison jail. It is also a very interesting thing. You know, when Baba was not he was on fasting, people wanted that Baba should be convinced not to continue fast for such a long time. So many Margis, senior Margis, they were approached. They also requested Baba. Even Atal Bihari Vajpayee and many other leaders, they also requested Baba not to continue fast for a long time. Then finally, I was told that Baba obeyed his elder sister, Hira Prabha Bose. So I came to her and said that Baba is fasting. Can you convince Baba? Said I will try. So she came to jail and she asked Baba that he should not continue his fast for a long time because that will be very bad for his health. Then Baba said that I am Dharma Guru, and since childhood you have taught me to follow dharma. So I will follow your words and I am not going to break my fast. Then he said that, okay, the day I will break my fast, it will be something offered by you. So when Baba was to come in the year 1978, they they asked me to approach Baba's sister to come, but by that time she had lost her both eyes. She was not able to see anything. When I approached her, she said that I will be very sad because I will not be able to see Boo Boo. She called Baba as Boo Boo. Then I said that nothing to worry. I will request him, and you will have a glimpse of him. Then she agreed. She came, and when Baba came out of jail, Baba was sitting on his cot, and Baba's sister Hira Prabha Bose, she was having a glass of coconut water. Baba took the water from her hands and he started drinking. When he started drinking the water, Baba's sister could see him very distinctly. She was so happy and so excited, and she was not able to see anything. That why, how it is possible that I am able to see my brother? So she came to her room and then she said that yes, I have seen my brother very distinctly. He was wearing, he looked very sickly, very lean and thin, very skinny. Then I said, yes, it is true. When Baba came to know that she has seen Baba, then she asked me that why did you say her that she would be able to see? To keep your words, I had to do that thing and she could see me. So then on one occasion, Baba said that you see, my sister is not able to see things, but whenever she thinks she wants, she can see me distinctly. This is what I have given to her. So unknowingly also, Baba helped his sister to see the Supreme, to see the God. And then, and at one occasion, she said that Sarupanand, today I realize that uh, my brother is really something very great. Okay. Uh, about Dharm Samiksha, it was also suddenly something started because he was asking people that they were not doing sadhana very properly. Then he said that I will have to do something so that uh, the disciples, these young children and sadhakas may do sadhana properly and realize the depth of sadhana. So he started giving dharma samiksha. For very long time, he gave dharma samiksha in the year 1982. Uh, and thousands of people were did, did, were benefited spiritually, and many of them they were given a special sadhana and he prescribed asanas and a special kind of sadhana to those who came in for Dharma Samiksha. Prabhat Sangeet he gave it in year 1982. When he gave the Prabhat Sangeet, maybe 10, 20 Prabhat Sangeet he had given. Then on one occasion I asked Baba that, Baba, this Prabhat Sangeet you should have given us long back. Then he said, no, 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 no. Whatever I do on the correct moment. He said that all these years I was preparing suitable candidates who could understand and realize the depth of Prabhat Sangeet. So he said that suppose there is Amrit, nectar, and you are putting Amrit in some pot, maybe a golden pot, and which has a small hole, then all the nectar will flow out. So all these days I have created, I have prepared those patra. Patra means that suitable candidates who could understand the depth of Prabhat Sangeet. So all these years I have prepared the minds of the sadhakas to understand and realize the depth of Prabhat Sangeet. So, so he said that Prabhat Sangeet is something which people will understand not today, but after maybe many hundred of years. Once he said that that the Dharma Guru who comes on this earth, they are not realized the day they are born on this earth. He said about Lord Shiva that after departure of Lord Shiva for 500 years, no one even remembered about Shiva. But in the villages, people would speak something about the philosophy of Shiva and something about the lives of Shiva. So those people, they kept him alive. So he said, today you have all the facilities. You have recording facilities. Books are published. So our philosophy will be will be preserved for a long, long time. So he said that the philosophy based on Tantra, its life is always very long. So he gave the example of the philosophy of Lord Shiva, Lord Krishna, that these philosophies are based on Tantra. So its life is very long. So he said that life of Anand Marg philosophy will be so for thousands years of come, maybe 20 years, 20,000 years, 40,000 years, then and it will survive. So whatever Baba has given us, it is something very miraculous and something very very great, and uh, which people may not realize now, but people coming after many hundreds of years, they will understand and they will realize the philosophy of Anand Marg. Baba gave microvita. When he gave microvita, so he asked people that how do you feel? Then there was one very great scholar, Mangal Bihari ji. He said that, Baba, this is the word I have heard for the first time. Baba said, this is word I have created for the first time. Then how could you listen it before earlier? Then about microvita, he went on delivering lectures and lectures on very large scale. And yes, very large scale he went on giving, and finally, uh, Baba in the year 1990 he gave the Anand Marg Gurukula, and so far we understand that Baba gave only 5,018 Prabhat Sangeet, but if we include the Gurukul song, it will be 5019 per person. And uh, yes, and one thing I would like to say, we have some time? Have some time. One thing I would like to say that Baba used to say that do not think that uh, you have achieved or not. You have you have realized the supreme or not. Whether you had experience of samadhi or not. Do not think all these things because I I I never allow my disciples to know all these things. So I tell you a very small story. One gentleman, he was living in a small village. Suddenly Baba asked one Dada that there is a very big sadhak. His name is Ram Avatar. You should go and see him and you will be very happy. He thought that Ram Avatar must be a well-established person because Baba personally has asked me to go and visit him. So he went there as per Baba's instructions. He took a train and from there he took a bus or from after reaching that one point, he had to walk for several kilometers. Finally, after 2 days, he reached the place. When he reached that village, then he asked many people about Ram Avatar. No one could say who was Ram Avatar. Then one person says that I know one person, Ram Avatar. He works in in farms, in small places as a farmer. But sometimes he says something like Baba, Baba, Baba. Do you want to see him? He said, let me see. Then he went there. There was a small room where Ram Avatar lived. When he knocked the door, Ram Avatar came with bare feet and just a small cloth on his body. So he came, he touched Dada's feet and said, Dada, how could you come this place? Because no one knows this place. Then he said that Baba gave me all the directions to come to your place. He says, how it is possible? I saw Baba only for 2 minutes when he was going somewhere in his car. I was trying to follow him, but I had no flower to offer. So I had some flowers which was already dried up. So Baba asked me to come and accepted the flowers. That was the only meeting for me for a few minutes. How Baba knew everything about me. And he said that no, 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 Baba has told everything about you. Then he said, okay, Dada, you must be very tired. So he offered him a glass of water, some small piece of jaggery, and he said, I will work in a field because this is my earning. So he went to work in a field. He came back completely drenched in sweat, and then after that he took bath and all that, prepared some food for Dada. Then they all enjoyed the food. Then he said, Dada, I have a small problem. What problem you have? Then Ramota said that you see, for last 3 months, whenever I sit in meditation, something happens to me. I do not know what happens. And he asked him, what happened to you? He said that when I sit in meditation, after some time, one bright light appears before me, and I become just like a small firefly. And then my firefly merges into that, and after that, I don't know what happens to me. He said, Oh Ramavtaji, this is something very great. This is not an ordinary experience. This is this is the experience of Nirvikap Samadhi. Ramavtar, poor person, he never knew about this, the name of even Samadhi. So he said, okay. So in the evening, they sat together, and again the same thing appeared to him, that a same bright light appeared before him, and he merged into that for hours together. Then that Dada's thought that, oh, now understand Ram Avatar is a very, very great sadhaka. Next morning, the Dada said, okay, Ram Avatar ji, now my job is done. I should go back. So he, Ram Avatar also came for some distance. From there, from there, he came back and he thought that now I should do again, go back and do sadhana. So he sat in sadhana meditation for a long time. And when Dada came to Baba after 2 days, after traveling such a long distance, the moment he saw Baba, Baba says, so you had darshan of Ram Avatar ji? He said, Baba, I met him. Again, Baba said, you had darshan of Ram Avatar ji? Did you touch his feet? He said, no, Baba, I did not touch his feet. Baba said, you missed the chance, you missed the chance, you missed the chance. He thought that I am a Dada, how could I touch the feet of one ordinary person? Then he said that you see, I had sent you purposely that you should get his blessings by touching his feet. You missed the chance. Then he said, Baba, if you permit me again, I will try to go there. I said, yes, I will permit you to go. After 2 days, he came to Baba and said, Baba, I want to go and see Ramotar. Then again, Baba said, you missed the chance, you missed the chance. When you came, Ram Avatar sat in meditation, and again the same thing happened that the bright light appeared before him. Ram Avatar's a small firefly entered into him, and forever he became one with that firefly, that that beauty punch. So he said, you missed the chance, you missed the chance, you missed the chance. So then Baba says, that I do not allow people to know his or her achievement, because if we know, then there may be chance of our misleading things. So he said that I am very careful about my children, that my children should realize the supreme, but it should not be in their knowledge. So only the Parampura should know, the Guru should know, and his inner self should know that they have realized that supreme. So tell you about Baba's mother. You know, Baba's mother was very simple, very simple, and so simple that sometimes she would ask us that, uh, why should you waste your time? My boo boo, she would say, call Baba as boo boo. My boo boo is very simple person, and he does not know many things. Why you are after him so much? You should have your own job, your own some business, whatever. Then we would say, no, 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 no. Baba is something very great. No, 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 no. I have never seen him doing anything great. Then on one occasion, I told Baba that, Baba, you have uh, elevated so many thousands of people, but what about your mother? Then Baba said that, will my mother accept me as her guru? If not, then her job will not be not will not be done. Then I said, Baba, I will do something for her. Then he told me that, okay, I'm asking one senior Acharya to give him one mantra. So that mantra was given to her. After 3-4 days, she forgot the mantra. Then she asked me, because I was visiting her every day. So she told me that you are also an Acharya. So that that person gave me one mantra, but I forgot. I do not want that she should know that I am forgetful person. So can you give me that mantra? I asked Baba. Baba gave me that mantra. That mantra is not the common mantra that we prescribe as an acharya. It is not a common mantra. So when I told the mantra, she was very happy and she started doing that mantra. So what happened that on one occasion, Baba would go to his office at about 10 after taking his lunch. Then when he went there, he asked mother for the food, for the lunch. She said it was not prepared. Then he said that okay, okay. Then Baba's mother told me that I should prepare some food for him. You can take it to his office. I said, okay, oh, okay, Mama, I will do that. So I was sitting outside waiting for him, for the mother. She was doing puja in her room. She had one small statue of Lord Vishnu. She would put some water, wash her, and offer some prasad. Baba would eat all the prasad. Baba's mother became a little angry that you see that God will become very angry upon you. Why you are doing all these things? Then she came to me and said, that Boobu must be very hungry, so he has come from the office. So it is useless to go to bring the food to his office. I said, no, 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 I am not sitting him. So she prepared some food for him. So I went to Baba's office. It was his lunch time. So Baba asked me, what was my mother asking? I said, well, Baba, she was asking that you were there in your mother's puja room. I said, yes, because she was taking the mantra, so I had to appear there. So whenever she would take the mantra, I will have to appear there. So it went on for many days. After maybe 10 days, she once called me and said that you see, every day Boo Boo is doing problem to me. Whenever I offer some prasad, whenever I offer some prasad to God, Bubu comes and eats them, and he takes all the water, drinks them. So this is very bad. Then I told Baba. Baba says, now you see there is no way. Whenever she will do this meditation, I will have to appear. So one day she told me that okay, I will close all the doors and windows. Let me see how he comes. So she closed all the doors, all the windows from inside. Still, when she was doing puja, Baba appeared. Then she shouted, "You see again, he has come again. Bubu has come again. Bubu has come." And then she fell. I don't know what happened to her. With much difficulty, with some other way, we went to see her. She was lying there in samadhi. Then she told that now you see that the puja of this statue is over for me. So can you do me one favor? I said, what favor I want? What favor I should do? Can you immerse this statue in Ganges? I said, okay, very good. So I brought some flowers and we tied to the statue with flowers, and I went to river Ganges in a boat and immersed in the river Ganges. When Baba came to know this, he was very happy. He said, "You see that you have done a great job to my mother. She had very big attachment to these statues, but now she is free and she will now realize Supreme actually." So this is how Baba also did something great for for his mother, for his sister, for his mother. And I tell you one very touching story that which Baba told personally. one young person came to see Baba. When he came to see Baba, his friends were very good Margis. They had told that Baba is a supreme, Baba is God, Baba knew everything. Baba got him confused. He asked, "What is your name? What you do?" Then he thought that if Baba is asking my name, then Baba cannot be God because God must know my name, must know what I do. Then suddenly he said, "Baba, I was told that you know everything, but you are asking my name." So then Baba said, "Okay, can you sit here for some time?" Then he sat there. Then he asked, Baba asked that if there any lady in your home named like Jamuna Devi, he said, "Baba, Jamuna Devi is my grandmother. And do you know who is Gangadhar?" "Baba, Gangadhar is my father." "How do you know all of them?" Then Baba says, "Sit here." We were outside. She called us also. We also came in the room, the same room, where Baba was telling all these things. So he went on telling one story. The story was, he said that there was a young girl, hardly 3 4 years. When she was 4 years, she lost her mother, and her father, he was remarried. That lady who came as a second wife was very bad lady. She would torture the girl so badly that she would not allow her to do any kind of puja or anything. But she was very determined. Every morning she would go to river Ganges, take bath, and bring some flower and offer to one temple. This went on. So for a long time this went on. When she was at about 6 years, then she came, slapped her, and said, "Nothing doing from tomorrow. You will not go to the Ganges, and you will have to work from 5 morning here." He said, "I will do your work from 5 morning." So from that day, she would go early in the morning at about 4, take bath in the river, offer some flowers. That was month of August. She came. She came to pluck some flowers, but she did not realize that under the flower there was a snake sitting. So the moment she tried to pluck the flower, the snake bite her. She could know that now she had been bitten by the snake, as she was a big uh, poisonous snake. She would die. So she went to the temple, offered the flower, and came to her father and said that the snake had bitten her. So normally when a snake bites, and if the poison is also injected in the body, then the snake will not be able to move from there. When the father came, he saw the snake lying, so he was very angry and he killed the snake. Now, so much of uh, treatment was done to her, but she could not be saved. In the villages, when someone dies of snake bite, they are not buried nor burnt. They are thrown in the river. So that girl was also put on banana plants and tired. Her body was tired, and on in one corner, the body of that snake, the killed snake, was also tied. And with tears in eyes, the father just flowed her in the river. Now her body was floating in the river for 10 15 days. It was floating. Something happened to her that the cold bridge, and there was some rain in the some rain. So due to the effect of rain and her one that foot which was bitten by a snake, that came into contact of the water. So the slowly and gradually, the effect of that poison was gone. So again came back to senses. This is all what Baba was telling about about that girl. So he said that now she came to senses. So she was trying to call someone, one person at a long distance. He was a fisher person. When she saw, then he was a little scared. He called other persons also. So three, four more people, they came to her, and she was taken out from in her boat. So when she was asked her name, she could not she could not tell her name, and where from she came, that also she all forgot. So because that girl was found in the river Jamuna, so the village people called her as Jamuna Devi. Now Jamuna Devi started living the village with village people, and she was so good that everything she forgot. But every morning she would go take bath in the river and offer some flower to to uh, to a temple. When Baba told all these things to that boy, he said, "I will go and tell everything to my grandmother." So she told the boy came to Jamna Devi and told everything about her. He said that who is that person that who knows so much everything about me? So how can I see him? He said you will have to get initiated. She got ready. She was initiated and came to Anand Nagar to have Baba's darshan in DMC. I knew about all the things about the story. I was sitting at Baba's desk. Then Baba suddenly told me that you see there are some sisters are sitting there, some of Bhutika are sitting. Behind her, Jamuna Devi also is sitting there. After I finish, after I finish with school, can you ask her to come and see me? So I went there and said, Jamuna Didi, are you Jamuna Didi? Yes, yes, Dada. What do you want? What do you want to say? So Baba wants to see you. Okay, okay, I will come. So when she saw Baba for the first time, she says that when the snake had bitten me and I came to the temple to offer the flowers, it is this person who accepted flower from my hand and said, "Just go and see your father." And from that day, whenever I offer flowers to the temple, it is he who accepts. So this is your Baba. So he is so great. So this is what she thought, and she went to trance, to samadhi. When Baba's discourse was over, Baba gave Brahma Mudra. I came to her and asked some didis to take her to Baba. So when she came to Baba, she was standing. Baba was trying, was leaving the desk. So Baba says, Jamuna Devi, how are you? So now you realize, she says, Baba, now I realize that whenever I offer flowers, since my childhood till today, it is you who accept my flowers every day. Then Baba said, yes, Jamuna Devi, yes. So you recognize me? I said, he said, yes, Baba, I recognize you. then Baba said that it was her small desire in her mind that she wanted to see the Param Purush. And because of her sincere and very pious desire, her desire was met up and she could realize the Supreme so easily. So he says that that if you want to realize the Supreme, you have to become so so tender in your heart, so soft at your heart that that softness will propel you to understand and realize the Supreme. So this is the story of Jamuna Devi, and directly Baba told it to us. So this is something very great. So now
Yes, Dadaji, you have some
5
more
minutes
time.
time.
Dadaji, you can say something about also about Anandnagar, how Anandnagar we got and what is the history of
Okay,
Anandnagar.
okay, okay. Anand Nagar was started in the year 63, 62, 62. Baba was going to Ranchi from Jamalpur. From there was one gentleman, Mr. Amul Ratan Sarangi. At Muri station, Baba says that if some land is available there, during this in this direction, I will be interested to buy that to have some ashram there. So he came there. The moment he came, the Jaipur Raja, Raghunandan Singh Dev, he said that yes, I am already prepared to donate my land to someone who wants to establish one ashram. So within 1 week or 10 days, it was organized. Some fund was organized, and 500 bigas were registered in the name of Anand Marga. Since then, since then, Anand Nagar was established in the year 1963. So after a few months only, when there was nothing at Anand Nagar, we used to live in small tents and with so many snakes all around. So Baba had told that you don't get worried, the snakes will not harm you, and but you should not also harm the snakes. So there was understanding. We would not kill the snakes. Village people would kill, but we never killed the snakes there. So slowly and gradually, in the year 63, workers were posted. I was also lucky that I came in the year 63, end of 63. And before that, Sujit Dada was also here. He was taking care of the construction here. So, so myself, Sujit Dada, and some other workers, we started these projects like high school, primary school, high school, then the college. There is a big good story about the college. When in the year 1965, Baba asked me that he wanted to start a college. I said, Baba, to start a college requires huge amount of money. He asked me how much. I said maybe 1 lakhs. Then he said, just that amount. Just ask the General Secretary how much money we have. Then when it was found, only it was 75 paise in our treasury. Then I said laughingly that Baba, we have 75 paise. So he says, 75 paise we have? Yes, Baba. So 75 paise enough to start this college. I thought Baba is just joking. So in the evening, he asked me some addresses, the names of some people, and asked me that go and contact them and your work will be done. So on third morning, I went to that person. That person was not there. Then he had told me that there is his name was Arjun Agarwal. So Baba told that Arjun Agarwal lost his wife just a few months back, and he has only one daughter. She is hardly 13, 14 years, and she studies Gita. When I came to her to the place, I saw that one small girl having Gita in her hands. She was moving around. She asked me to come and sit there. Then I asked, she said that what is the purpose of your visit here? I told that you are a small girl, you may not understand. I want to start a college. He said, oh, Swamiji, for last 2 nights you are appearing in his dream and asking that you want to start a college. So he has gone to look for you, and you have come to look for him. So I will not allow you to go from here. I said, no, no, I'm staying with some gentleman. I will come tomorrow also. So the next morning he came and said, Swamiji, You are troubling me so much. Every night when I sleep, you appear before me and you are asking for starting a college. So where do you want to start a college? I said at Anand Nagar. Anand Nagar, you want to start a college? Nothing doing, it is done. So he organized one meeting and there everything was decided. Within 1 hour, 20, 25,000 rupees per deposit as fixed deposit. And they all committed that one person said that he was going to construct the building, other person established library, third person established science laboratory, fourth person all the furniture, fifth person all amount required for payment of teacher for 5 years. So this way it was started. And when I went to the university and said we have started to work, yes. So he came, the university people came, yeah, and they saw, and I was starting to think. So after 6 months, everything was done. When I came to them that if we are around ready for inspection, he said it's not possible. In a small village, how could you construct a building within 6 months? When they came here, they saw that everything was ready. So at this spot, they gave a place order and went. So I took the place order to Baba at Jamalpur. So I said, Baba, a place order is here. So he smiled and said, so 75 paise is enough to start a college? I said, yes, Baba. So this is how Anand Nagar developed, and today Anand Nagar is Anand Nagar and seat of knowledge, and it is going to become a very great seat of knowledge for the entire humanity. So I thank you so much, everyone who has given me the chance to speak my my small experience with Baba, and I can say that whenever you want my service, I'm at your service readily and with my folded hands.
Thank you, Dadaji, for your very good sharing experiences, valuable things you shared with us. So thank you, Dadaji.